Hello, dude. How you doing?
Hello.
Are you doing well?
Hello.
Very good. Yeah.
Det
Okay,
lät bra.
everything's working fine. So, there we are. Hey everybody. Welcome to Paleo Gaming's video game esports talk show PaleSports episode 2 with who are you?
I'm Zlatan Show, or
Yeah,
by name now is Salle.
Salle. You got a new name.
Yeah, that's my real name, so why not use it? I don't know. You can change names, no problemo.
That's good. Why can I hear our video preview?
What?
I can hear our video preview from my computer. Now it's gone, I think. Good, okay, yes, and my name is John Felix. And my name is still John Felix, and we are full cooperation, the creative team for Paleo Gaming. And yeah, we've got some Counter Strike Go and some League of Legends to talk about. Mainly Counter Strike Go this episode, right?
Yeah, it's a bit of shit going around right now in Counter Strike, both good and bad.
Yeah. You're not very centered in my camera. It's like,
Yeah, wait, I'm gonna fix it.
there you are. That's nice. That's much better.
So
Hello, Mr.
perfect.
Slatan Show.
Yeah,
Um,
hello.
uh, and yeah, to all you North Americans right now, it's like 5:30 in the morning. So sorry for not having a live friendly time this episode. Our work schedules don't really fit right now, so we have to do this early morning Swedish time stream. But I hope you catch us on YouTube. And if somebody is in chat now, remember pop in and say hi. Interact with us while we do this. That would be very fun. Okay, so let's just dive in before we run out of time here. Let's just dive into Counter Strike Global
Yeah,
Offensive.
let's just dive into the Counter Strike scene. Yeah, like it's quite funny that we all have seen Counter Strike evolve to this huge esport game, and even now in Sweden, they actually opened a bar in my hometown, Gothenburg,
Yes,
where you can sit and take a drink and watch the games. It doesn't matter if it's Counter Strike, it doesn't matter if it's League of Legends, Dota, everything. They actually put up a sports bar for esports.
we're gonna get so drunk.
Drunk.
We're gonna lose all our money.
Yeah, but I feel like
Yeah.
it's so fucking awesome, and probably we're gonna premiere that shit soon. I think it was going to open next year, somewhat in the spring or something.
Yeah, I read it too.
Uh, yeah, so fucking awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
But that's a good thing. Now to the bad thing. This is something me and John has been talking a lot about, and actually I've talked a lot about this to all of my friends.
Yeah.
So some like a week ago, Valve dropped a patch, like a Christmas patch, and this patch was like, wow, it was really huge, really
Yeah.
really huge. So the first thing they gave us a new revolver, like a new pistol in the game,
Wow.
and this pistol one-shotted people from any range with one click, like just one shot. And but this it actually destroyed the whole Counter Strike game, and this just shows, show, this is just showing how eager they are to evolve the game, but they took it too far. They didn't care about balance or anything. They didn't test it right. They didn't ask us, the community, about. Yeah, my friend here just typing to me. This was the most broken patch in Counter Strike history, and we have had bad patches before, but it haven't been this bad. Like Thorin said, like you can't just put in this much shit and think it will work, because except this revolver, you also have the rifle nerfs, and you had a smoke bug that you can just tab out from Counter Strike, and when you tab into Counter Strike again, there's no smoke, and voila, you can see through smoke. Easy, easy, easy life. Rip skins. Uh, and like, I'm not gonna talk so much about this R8 revolver because I'm just getting angry that they put it in. I think they're retarded. I think they just did it because it's Christmas. They let out a new case, so people were gonna, oh, it's the new weapon. Oh, new skins. Oh my god! And they actually put new skins for the revolver in older cases, and I was like, what the fuck? Have they done that before? No. Why they did that? Because they were hyping this fucking gun so much, so they want their money. But yeah. But the good thing is that they all reversed the rifle nerf. The rifle nerf, sorry, I didn't get into that much, but the rifle nerf was like it made you so you couldn't spray for as long as you could before nerf, and that was actually the plan, but instead you nerfed the rifle in all cases. So I was like really angry. My friends were really angry. They were like, "Hmm,
Yeah, because
okay." Wait. I'm just gonna say this and I'll let you talk. So I was like on Facebook and I saw this petition to make Valve take the revolver away.
hmm
And in like 4 or 5 days, we got to fucking 25,000 names like on the list. So
power
it
to
got
the people. But are they gonna take it away? No.
I don't know. Well, they at least listened to us because now the rifle nerf is gone. I mean, the rifle patch is gone. They reversed it. And what's it called? The revolver is nerfed, and it's like the revolver shouldn't even be in the game because now it's so totally fucking useless. So so weird. Like it took them almost like a week for them to change it, and I don't know. This is the first time I've seen Valve actually really like put in effort to make a new patch for like they did wrong, so they changed it. But why doesn't they do this quick when it goes good? Like you want good changes, you want consecutive changes like all the time. Like it needs to keep evolving, you know?
Yeah. The weird thing about that patch, it's called the Wild Wild West patch by people, right? I think, because
Yeah, that's true.
the revolver. The weird thing about that patch was that they were obviously trying to do things that the community wanted them to do. Like people were calling for a more difficult spray in Counter-Strike Global Offensive. People were calling for that nerf to the pistols, that there was lower stability when you were running and shooting, which they did also. It's just that they did so many weird things as well. When you made it harder to run and shoot with normal pistols, you just made everybody an easy target for this new revolver that could one or two shot people in the chest with armor. So that's not a good patch. That's not really what we wanted. We didn't want you to disable every other gun. And the spray pattern. I mean, if I understand it correctly, what they did to the rifles, instead of just making the spray worse and making the tapping and the burst stay the same, they like made shooting with rifles a little harder overall. So yeah, spraying is harder, but so is bursting and tapping, and they are not making people use rifles in the more skilled way. You're just making people not use rifles, and you're making people not use normal pistols because you could have SMGs in this revolver instead, and the
And we
AWP.
have enough pistols. Like the pistols are already fucking overpowered if you
Yeah,
compare to SMGs and rifles. If you compare the costs for them, and yeah, like what we always wanted, like the community, is that like all the pros are actually quite like they're all like in together for this nerf.
yeah.
that the Tech 9 and the CZ Auto Pistol and 5.7, all these more expensive guns, they actually should make them so they can't headshot a guy. And one guy from America called Steel, he said that they should make it like so if you headshot a guy, you're gonna get him down to 10 HP. Like you're gonna damage him for 90 damage,
Yeah,
and that's so much better because yeah, I don't know, it just feels way better. Like you shouldn't have a pistol who makes the same damage like a scout does
yeah.
on a stomach. Like I don't know.
We
I don't think.
we've got
Uh,
a good question here in chat from You Kent channel asking,
oh,
what are your thoughts on pistols armor penetration in general? I feel like if you win pistol round, you might as well just use pistols instead of SMGs, since the pistols are OP against SMGs. So Slatan
mhm.
Show, what are your thoughts on that? What do you think of the pistol armor penetration in general?
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's why they actually changed the meta because of like the force round. Like when you lose the first pistol round, okay, people buy up, people buy like pistols and the fucking armor penetration. I, I I don't think it. I think it ruins the game. It's a new meta for me. Like, okay, it's been here for a while, but I don't think it's. Don't think it's good, and the armor penetration should be nerfed. And that's what I was talking about. Like, you shouldn't be able to headshot a guy and kill him one shot with the fucking pistol. That's just weird. Like, it's a pistol, and it's the second round. You lost a round, and every fucking second round when you lose the pistol round, it's gonna be hard because people will kill you. Like it's so easy. It's more common that you lose the second round after you win the first pistol round uh, than that you win because it's so random. I don't know. I don't have the statistics for the armor penetration, etc. I don't look at the statistics for the pistols, but I'm just saying that we need a fucking nerf on the armor pen because you can't hit headshots all the time with the pistols in the second round. They need to take that away instantly. Maybe we'll see more quick 3 rounds, like 1 win, 2 win, 3 win, instead of 1 win, 1 lose, 1 win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think it's the right thing to do to have like making pistols more viable on the second round of the game. Uh, it shouldn't it shouldn't be easier for the pistol guys against the SMGs guys, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's my answer. Like I want them to nerf the pistols. Like they're too OP for their money cost, and especially if you're CT. You
Yeah.
just tap them for the head and boom,
And You Kent
they're gone.
channel makes another good point in chat here. He says that he agrees and believes that the Deagle should be the only pistol with
Yeah,
one-shot potential to the headshot. And that's the thing, right? This revolver and the big boost to armor penetration on all pistols, it kind of nullifies the worth of Deagle. I mean, they pretty much, by
exactly.
adding all these other things without really touching the Deagle that much, they super nerfed the Deagle. Who's gonna buy a Deagle?
Yeah, but now the funny thing is that it's gone reverse. So now instead of people buying revolver, people are going back to deagle. So
Yeah,
this
well,
revolver was the
that's
most retarded thing to do. Like it didn't give you anything. They didn't give us anything.
but people are buying the revolver instead of the Deagle as a statement, right? No, we're not
No,
gonna buy your shitty revolver
yeah, that was
because
what
we
I
don't
was
like
talking.
it.
Yeah,
But the point
like
is, if you have such high armor penetration on pistols overall that they can one shot somebody in the head, you're making the Deagle worth less
mm.
because
Because
when
7 shots against 20 shots, like in the 5.7.
yeah, and when the Deagle came, it was like, oh, it's this really strong pistol that can one-shot people in the head and stuff like that, and people were buying it to get that extra kill potential. and it was an investment. You spend a little extra money on that gun because you can do serious damage, and that money just becomes more of a waste for the Deagle if all the other guns have a really high armor penetration.
Mm. That is so true. So I think the Deagle and okay, since the revolver is still here, I think the Deagle and the revolver should be one shot headshot with the pistol. The other pistols, 90 damage or something like that, 85, 80, something like that.
And
And
lower armor pen.
yeah, and the P250, that's the only pistol I think it's is perfect. This has already been said by Steel in the NA community, and I totally agree with that gun because that gun everyone loves it and it's really balanced if you ask me, but you still have to like nerf the damage, like the
Yeah.
penetration. So we don't have so much time, so I'm just gonna quick step to the other subject. And this is something I've really longed for. Like, this is so wonderful. Even though it's bad, yeah, I think it's wonderful. That's the Ninjas in Pyjamas.
Yeah.
They've made a change,
Hmm.
and that's what I've been longing for so long. And I've always been uh, trampling on this guy's toes because I don't think he's I don't think he's good. Okay, he can make insane rounds, but who doesn't make insane rounds in the pro scene? He needs to be consistent. And okay, people will say, "Oh, but he is consistent." No, why did he get kicked? So the guy I'm talking about is the Finnish player that came to NIP. What was it, like 1 year ago or something? The Finnish guy Alo, and he's been their main opper. But what you've seen after the summer, uh, that Force was putting using the op more and more because I don't know, I like it feels like Alo's movement in game is so bad. He's not playing new. He's playing this old school 1.6. Just stay here and shoot. Stay here and shoot. Stay here and shoot. If you look at JW in Fnatic,
Yeah.
if he makes contact on long dust 2 in Longhouse, yeah, I agree with you, Kent. I'll come to that. He pushes long and peeks the longhouse, and he spots a guy, and he mollies. But the other guy runs away, and they push out for mid instead, the tees. And when they do that, because if you see a guy on long and he mollies himself, you don't think he's gonna push through the molly, but he actually push through the molly himself and gets the fucking kill, and then
Yeah.
he just goes back. And those things are so that's how you play Counter Strike. You need to have this mindset. You need to trick your enemy all the time, every situation. And Alo, yeah, okay, he can aim, but this guy can't fucking think. No, but
That's rough.
yeah. I've waited for him to really shine, like come up to this stage and like really show everybody, be an Olafmeister, you know.
Yeah.
But he doesn't do it. He can't. He so many embarrassing moments. Okay, I've had my fair share of awkward situations as well, and I'm not a pro player, but that's the thing. He's a pro player, and he
Yeah.
plays for NIP. It's the
Your
legend team
nip.
Counter Strike. It's the legend team.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
That was.
Many are talking about like, who's gonna join?
But before we get into that, I remember the last PaleSports uh, episode one, we were talking about ninjas in pajamas, and one change that you said that you wanted was to replace Alu because he was very predictable. Like you're
Mm.
talking about now, he had a very predictable uh, move pattern in the game that was just being punished for ninjas in pajamas. So it actually seems like what you were saying was something that the NIP organization might have felt as well. So what are people looking at? Are there any rumors about the replacement?
Sorry?
Are there any rumors about the replacement for Alu now?
Yeah, like not rumors, but there's a lot of speculations. And if we can talk about Delpan, like you Kent was speaking here,
Yeah,
Delpan is a opera in my hometown. He's been around for in Counter-Strike for many years, and this dude is really insane. Like he has the experience that Alo doesn't have, if you ask me.
yeah.
Maybe not in Counter Strike Go, but in CS in Counter Strike in general. And I really think that Delpan would be a good choice because he's really active in the Faceit Pro League. If that matters, he has the skill to like really be in the team with Snip, and he actually already played as a stand-in. Like you Kent is writing Michael. They tried him before
Yeah.
Alo, and Michael, I'm actually agreeing with you Kent because Michael is really good, but he if you see the game in the other game in the other team, Gamers 2, he will have to get back into it. But hey, right now it's a good choice to come back, but later never look at the re-merged MTW. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he will get back into it. It's so true. But I think Makelele is more of a leader guy, and if you've seen him on stream, he's really like he's funny to be around. He likes like the attention, you know. And
But why
I don't think he's the right man for NiP because if you look at
exactly?
NiP, they are so laid back. They're just sitting like zombies and not showing any emotion.
Is that
No
good?
fucking emotion.
Has it always been like that? I mean, even when they
No, no,
played
no,
their
no, no.
best, because I saw their what was it? Face It Pro League finale against Fnatic, or
Mm.
was it the Fragbite Masters finale? I
I think
don't
it was
remember.
Pac Masters.
Yeah, Fnatic versus NiP, and like if you looked at the two player camps, you know, it was like Fnatic. They were like, yeah, high fives all around. Dennis being really pumped up, Flusher, you know, being really happy, you know, fist bumps to the left, fist bumps to the right, and NiP, they're sitting like this.
Mm.
That was every NiP player between the rounds, and it's like this. It doesn't look, you know, to the naked eye, it doesn't look like a nice team environment if you compare it to Fnatic. Kind of like we were talking about Luminosity Gaming last time when they played against Fnatic. When you looked at those players between every round, they were jumping up and down out of their chairs, high fiving each other. They were so pumped up. So it makes you wonder how are the NiP players, you know, on a mental level.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's what's different about Fnatic and NiP. NiP is the old guys taking it slow, relaxed, and not getting emotions in the game. And taking in emotion in Counter-Strike can be both good and bad. But the thing is that everybody knows that you take the best decisions when you're calm, like when you're not taking the stress in.
Yeah, that's
And in Fnatic, they can get really pumped up. Like they are really good players, and they have another type of communication. Like when you saw
mhm.
the major for like 2 years ago or something, you could actually listen in to the communications. They
Yeah.
took that away. I feel like that was really bad in one way, uh, but it made me like understand so much more when they were talking and how they were playing. Uh,
Call Lasse.
yeah, you talked about him before, I think.
Uh,
Yeah, it's a friend of you, Kent.
okay.
Yeah, that's actually. But if you want to just say some tiny words about Damark, like if you see Dignitas now, you have SK, you have this fucking secret like the old TSM, like the Danish scene is actually taking over. They're actually taking over the scene. feels
Yeah.
like.
I mean, look at TSM. Sure, it's a North American organization, but all Danish players, and they're leaving to a new organization right now.
Yeah, but I don't know about Nip. I don't. I think Pronox left Fnatic, like we said in the last episode,
Yeah.
and I think I want to see Pronox play in the professional scene because he's played for Fnatic. He knows everyone. He's so awesome in game, like an in-game leader. But he said like his wrist is really hurting,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know how much he will play in the pro scene. Maybe he will just like go with friends to the local LAN events,
Yeah.
etc. But I don't know. I want to see some awesome guys in NIP now. I don't
Yeah.
know if they're gonna have an open tryout, and this is very interesting. My next point. We just saw this in on Trackbite. Yeah, I don't think Pronox will come to NIP, but listen to this. Get Right was there was a rumor about Get Right going to Cloud9
Yeah.
for like a couple of months ago or something like that. I don't remember. And Get Right has made enough. Like said this on stream that he actually got an offer from Sean Garris, the in-game leader in
Mm.
Cloud9, and they've been joking around like, haha, when are you gonna join Cloud9? And now it actually happened. So he was actually going to play with them in IAM San Jose and the RGN iBuyPower tournaments, but he said no, and that's why we're not gonna see Get Right in the North American scene for now. Maybe later, I don't know. So that's why I thought Pronox would join NIP and Delpan because Getroy was moving to NA. But now I don't. He said like after I thought about it, I'm gonna not not accept this contract. Like he actually got a contract. Like you want to try out for us, like blah blah blah. So yeah, I don't know. I think
Hashtag C9 Pronax. Is Cloud9 going there?
I don't know, man. It's I think there will be a pretty awesome year, 2016. I think it will be a bit of like silly season.
Do we know anything about what organization is picking up all the TSM players?
Nope,
Nope.
nothing, nada. I'm on Reddit. I'm on Reddit every day, reading every fucking rumor and yeah, everything. Oh, and one thing about this is actually really funny. About there's a lot of things happening around NIP. Alu is going to North America to play with Team Liquid and with Hiko, Elish, Adren, and all these guys, and that's really awesome. Like Hiko took the leap and went to. He's gonna play with them. That's really fun, I
Yeah.
think. So I hope them. I hope him the best. He seems to be an awesome guy. But I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, it'll be very exciting to see where all these players end up. It feels like we're in a position now in Counter-Strike Global Offensive a little that is similar to where we was in League of Legends just a
Uh-huh.
few weeks ago, because now people have started to find their teams and rosters are starting to be completed. Now it's like, is Cloud9 going to change any of their players now that they've been looking at Get Right, or was it just if we can get Right, we'll replace somebody? If not, we'll just stick with the roster we have. Where is TSM going? NIP is replacing players. Fnatic just replaced the players. There's so much changes going on in this
And
big teams.
the nationalities seem to doesn't matter anymore. Like you and I, we talked about it before
Yeah,
that in like the difference in League of Legends and Counter Strike that you can't really mix the nations that much because of the language issues. But now it really shows that it doesn't matter. Like the Finnish guys are going, okay, English is a very common language, but
yeah,
still, it's not your mother language. if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that
So
has been a big difference in Counter-Strike Global Offensive and League of Legends. League of Legends, the nationalities are mixed, which I think is very cool. But you know, like if you look at NiP and Fnatic, they have meant extraordinarily much for the Swedish esports scene. Just the fact that they are all Swedish teams and they're among the top teams always. We have been like an esport nation with like
hmm
a heavy ring to it because of these rosters. And in League of Legends, it's less about nations and it's more about organizations and individual players.
mm.
Like you're fans of players and you're fans of organizations. Uh, there's not really a possibility to be like, hey, I'm a big Swedish League of Legends fan, Go Sweden.
Mm.
Team Sweden. There is no Team Sweden.
No, not
Um,
anymore. Do you see what Ukent is writing? He says, I think the FPL League and ESA Pro League have set the stage to communicate and make more talking in between the top level CSGO players.
yeah, that's
That's a
what.
really, really good point because the pro scene actually evolved after the Pro League came.
Yeah, that's
Everyone
something
was
you
starting to
touched
think,
on.
yeah, and I think the Pro League is something amazing for everyone because you will always get good content from the best Counter-Strike players in the world, and now they put it into North America as well, so it's everywhere, and they're making a really good job, if you ask me. And I think it's good that the pro scene are playing each other all the time because you make the players contracts and the players are going to talk about problems they have together. This is also a point. I don't know if you know Richard Lewis. He's been talking about making like a vad heter det? Fuck, vad fan heter det? Richard Lewis has been talking about making a union for players in the esports because the contracts in Counter Strike are actually pretty bad. So I
Hmm.
think, like what you're saying, you can't like that they can communicate and there's more talking. It's not just about teams; it's a lot of themselves. Like, yeah, I think that's a good point that you put
He
out
was
there.
also talking about changing the pistol rounds and adding a strangling round where you strangle people instead of shooting them.
What?
No, he hasn't.
What?
Richard Lewis, the Strangler.
Oh yes, yes. Oh my God, I forgot everything about that.
And it ruined my joke.
Yeah, sorry. This Richard Lewis guy.
Uh,
Yeah,
he
I
is.
made I made a rage post in on Reddit because of this guy.
But he's a very insightful person. He has this like thing, kind of like what we're doing, that's called like Richard Lewis Talks on Twitch, where he talks about Counter Strike Global Offensive and like takes calls from viewers and they talk about rumors and things that are happening in Counter Strike Global Offensive as well. And yeah, he's actually a very insightful player, and I think he's really touching on something that I think we need in esports overall. Just something looking out for the players and the organizations when it comes to contracts, because um, it just if you have good contracts and a good environment, like in this professional level of esports, it's going to be better for everybody, players and organizations alike. So I think that's a really good point, actually.
hmm
Your bus is leaving in a few minutes.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck a day
uh,
job.
yeah.
If you're still here, I
Give
saw
me money.
Dmorg52 or Aeropup in chat before. It's great if you're still here, man. The top laner for Paleo White, the competitive League of Legends team. Great that you're here. It must be super early in the morning. Where are you from? You Kent channel. Where in the world are you, considering
Okay,
the
that's not
hour?
hard to guess if you see him talking about Danish op guys and TSM, and he's the only thing he talks about is Danish shit.
So you're Danish.
Uh,
Well,
I
that's
må være en danskemand. Oh,
okay.
Texas.
Aeropop, Dmorg 52, you're in Texas. So, It's
Okay,
like
guys.
6
Sorry,
a.m.
I need to interrupt this. I'm gonna leave now. My work is starting in an hour,
Okay,
so
I'll
I'll
finish
see you
up
later.
the episode and
Yeah, you can still talk if you want. Like there's people streaming if they
yeah.
want.
So thank
See
you
you
for
guys.
being here, man. See you next time.
See you. Bye.
Oh, that's nice with our little logo there. You can stay there. Um, okay, so yeah, Texas. So it's like 6 a.m. for you now, Eero Pup. Must be, I think. So, uh, nice of you being here this